our world leader, Holger Knaack, is an Rotary youth icon who has brought youth into the forefront of Rotary movement. As I said, the youth are the future of Rotary. First time in the history, the DROs were invited to Rotary International Assembly, and one Rotaractor is invited to attend the Rotary International Board meeting. And every district committee has a Rotaract member. All these developments were the brainchild of none other than our Rotary International President, Holger Knaack. Holger Knaack is a business administration graduate from University of Applied Science, Kiel. Since 1995, Holger Knaack has been the CEO of real estate company Knaack KG. Previously, he was a partner and general manager of Knaack Bakery Enterprises, a 125-year-old family business. Holger is the chairman founder of Carl Adam Foundation. He also served as a chairman of Rotary Youth Exchange Germany for 6 years. A Rotarian since 1991, member of the Rotary Club of Herzogtum Leinberg-Mölln. He was an RI director and RI treasurer, as well as a member of executive committee member of the board. Holger has served as a COL representative, zonal coordinator, GETS and RI training leader. He has been member and chair of many RI committees. He was the moderator of 2019 Rotary International Assembly and also an endowment and major gift advisor. And the chair of 2019, co-chair of 2019 Hamburg Conversion HOC. Holger is a major donor to the Rotary Foundation, Paul Harris Society member, and Bequest Society member. Married to Susan for 43 years. The uniqueness of this couple is they have hosted more than 40 youth exchange students. That's why I said he's a youth icon of Rotary. Holger enjoys sailing and playing golf. I present our world leader, Rotarian Holger, to address the great gathering.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction, and thank you for your warm welcome to your event. And you can trust me, I would love to be in person with you right now, and not just sitting at home, but that's what we are all doing right now, sitting at home. And yes, for most of us, it's definitely the most safest place we have, being at home. For me, it's I think I nearly escaped from the United States middle of March this year already, when things becomes really worse in the United States, not as much in my country. So I can tell you, we are really here on the lucky side of life. In my country anyway, in Northern Germany, but also here in cases of Corona and matters of Corona, we are here again on the lucky side. In my northest state of Germany, where I'm living, called Schleswig-Holstein, with the border to Denmark already, there are just a few cases. I think in our whole, we have just, I think, 6 or 7 new cases. So we are definitely here in a safe place. And yes, I'm spending a lot of time in front of this computer. And unfortunately, because all the different time zones in Rotary, it's really sometimes from the morning, very early in the morning to very late in the evening. And yes, I try to avoid, I definitely avoid meetings, joining meetings at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if someone from California is inviting me to a dinner session, not really dinner, but virtual dinner, so I friendly oppose and said, you know what, it's 3 o'clock in the morning for me. I think you should invite me for a breakfast meeting or for a lunch meeting. So I'm here, but it's good. Probably I'm the first Rotary International President who is always at home, not traveling international. Nobody knows that, but I will definitely be the president with the most personal contacts. Okay, via Zoom, but I'm speaking to more to more Rotarians, I think, than a Rotary International President ever before, because when I'm traveling, I have no chance to meet so many people like in the internet, like today. But trust me, I would love to be in person with you. I would love to shake hands. I would love to hug people. I love also to have simply a drink together and talking a little bit, chatting a little bit about Rotary and RotaryAct, of course. And now I'm here. Let's chat a little bit. I think that's much better than a long speech. All you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the importance of RotaryAct in Rotary. And you know, everything starts, not everything, but being closer to Rotary starts with the Council on Legislation decision that RotaryAct is being a part of Rotary International. And that is what I was fighting since 2012. That's when we started to develop this idea that RotaryActors should be part of Rotary International and not just a program. You know, I think there's a real huge difference between a RILA participant who's just joining one RILA weekend with Rotary, and he or she are alumni, or a RotaryActor who's serving in his or her club for 12 years, from 18 to 30. So I think RotaryActors are working like us. RotaryActors are like us. They are just a little bit younger than most of the Rotarians are. And so I think that's important. I rely on RotaryAct. I had a long journey with RotaryAct and Rotary Youth Exchange, as you said already. But when I started my international career, and that started in 2012, so after Youth Exchange, of course, that was also an international career. But it started with organizing an event for Sakuchi Tanaka in Berlin. And I was asking RotaryActors to help me. And they did an amazing good job helping me to create this huge event. And a couple of years later, when I have to organize my institute, also in Berlin again, I was asking the same RotaryActors that, hey, let's do some brainstorming how we can create a different event, a better event, a more interesting event, and not doing all year the same during our institutes. And then RotaryActors came with so many great ideas, how to organize it, how to plan it, about the program, how to do breakout sessions, all these things. So I was sitting down and said, you know what? They are doing such a good job. I think they should organize the whole thing. And so I'm asking two of them, a young lady and a young man, to be the chairs of this institute. And that works. So this institute were organized, planned by RotaryActors. The two chairs, co-chairs of this institute were RotaryActors. And this was a huge institute with 7 zones, 6 different languages, always simultaneous interpretation. And then the idea came up to let all breakout sessions were facilitated, planned, organized, facilitated by RotaryActors from 5 different countries, from Spain, from Italy, from France, from the United Kingdom, from Germany. And that works so well. And everybody who was in Berlin that time really remembers this institute here in Berlin. So now I'm here. I'm happy that RotaryAct is going our journey together with Rotary. Again, for me, the most important thing is someone asked me, what is really important for Rotary and RotaryAct together? I can tell you the most important thing for me is mutual respect. Mutual respect between young and old, but also between old and young. I think we are counting on Rotary, we are relying on Rotary, we are relying on RotaryAct, and we count on RotaryAct. And I think this belongs together. With this, Rotary International will be much more successful as before. Working on eye level, that's my wish if I seeing RotaryAct and Rotary together, and that is possible. And we need RotaryAct to change our organization, because someone said, no, you said right now, they are our future. I can oppose that. You know what? They are not our future. They are all our today already. So they are there and they are advising us, they are helping us. And so, but of course, they lead the organization into the future. And that is for me definitely important. RotaryAct can help, should help, shall help Rotary in adapting the digital age, helping us to change, helping us to be more attractive, helping us to be more nimble, helping us, with us I mean Rotary, Rotarians and Rotary clubs, helping Rotary clubs to be more nimble, as I said, helping Rotary clubs to be more diverse and helping Rotary to be more inclusive. That's something what is really, really matters today. So I rely on RotaryAct, I rely, of course, on Rotary, and I rely on this, on cooperation and collaboration. One point for RotaryAct is to my theme when I choose Rotary Opens Opportunities. I choose this theme because it works so good in different directions. It works for RotaryActors, it works for Rotarians, and it works also for the people we serve. We are definitely opening opportunities as Rotarians when we are providing eyeglasses, when we are providing a wheelchair, when we are providing clean water, basic education, a microcredit. We are opening new opportunities for the people we serve and who are in need. But we are also opening opportunities for us as RotaryActors, as Rotarians. Of course, first of all, the opportunity to serve. This is through Rotary. So, and we can really plan the service, we can organize the projects, and we can see the result firsthand because it's done by us, by Rotarians and RotaryActors, of course. So this is really a great opportunity to serve. And it's about personal growth. Joining a RotaryAct club and then a Rotary club, it's really about growing personally. It's about widening your perspective, being among people with the same values, being among people with different professions, but all of them are using the same four-way test. This is unbelievable. This is an unbelievable benefit, opportunities having such a diverse group. It's about increase your ability of public speaking. You will really learn becoming a RotaryActor, becoming a RotaryAct president, and our RotaryAct district representative, probably an MDIO chair, or whatever it is. You really improve your ability of public speaking. You learn to plan events, and as I said, as a RotaryActor and Rotarian, you really become and can become a project, an event manager. You can become a project manager if you are planning. So there are so many things you are learning. And of course, not to forget that you are part of an international network, a huge network with more than 1.5 million participants. With RotaryAct, more than 1.4 million, nearly 1.5 million people in the whole world, all friends of you. The only thing what you have to do is think about my logo. There are so many doors, and it's up to you. It's up to RotaryActors, but also up to Rotarians, simply to open these doors and go through. And then you are, yes, you have the opportunity to enter a totally broader world for you. And that's all about the opportunities of what Rotary offers to you. And when you're looking for new members, please tell them what kind of network Rotary is and what kind of opportunities Rotary offers to others. So now I'm talking enough. I'm seeing that if I'm looking to. So let's chat a little bit. I thank you for inviting me. Whatever we do, we are opening opportunities for others somewhere and sometimes. So really, Rotary is, I think, because of all these opportunities for others and for ourselves, Rotary is really a blessing for us to be part of this great organization. I thank you listening to me, and yeah, I'm really glad to be with you this morning. For me this morning, for you already afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Holger sir. It's honestly our pleasure. You have taken the time out to, come and grace our event. But sir, we would like to still bug you with a couple of questions, have a bit of an interaction with you. To start off with, sir, there's one thing that, I wanted to bring to your notice when it comes to Rotary, Rotaract, and, the development between or the relationship between Rotary and Rotaract. There's something that I think our district, and I might be wrong, but it is something that our district, I think, is the pioneer of. We have had 4 consecutive DRRs who have all been Rotarians as well. So dual membership DRRs, we have had 4 DRRs in a row who are all dual membership DRRs. So I think that's one step in bridging the gap between Rotary and Rotaract and showing the world that Rotary really does open opportunities. On that note, sir, we have a couple of Rotary clubs who would also like to put some questions forward to you. Can I have a representative of the Rotary Club of Thane Hirandani Estate to please come forward and put your question forward to RI President Holger Knaack.
Good morning to the President. Sir, I have some connections with Germany. How do you pronounce your name correctly?
Once more the question, please.
I would like to know how do they pronounce your name correctly. Normally Germans, the name is not the way it is pronounced. So
yeah, we are pronouncing in the German language, we are pronouncing the K before the N. So the right pronunciation is Knaack.
Knaack.
Yeah,
I was
right.
guessing that there must be some change in the pronunciation.
Please don't ask me for the pronunciation of my Rotary Club. That doesn't work. So simply don't try it.
Thank you for correcting. I think a lot of Rotarians and Rotaractors would have now got your name rightly. Sir, there are 3 questions that my club would like to ask. Would you like to listen to them in a row or one by one?
One by one.
Okay.
Just start.
The first question is, has virtual meeting impacted functioning of RI?
First of all, no. It definitely, in fact, no. Yes, I think makes meetings, normal club meetings, more difficult. It's always some efforts to do it. For Rotary International, it makes us more nimble. We are much more faster. We are more effective. And by the way, we are much more inexpensive while doing this from home. So I can tell you, we have 4 board of director meetings. Right now, we are having every 2nd month and sometimes also in between. So till now, we are having every month a board of directors meeting. And this works pretty well. So wonderful with Zoom, because Zoom is now also able to provide simultaneous interpretation together as to the technique for that, together with our interpreters in Evanston in 6 different languages. And that works wonderful. And then we are voting on the with an app. So we can vote here, and it works also. So the board of directors, I think, is faster, is more effective, and of course it's inexpensive what we are doing right now. And by the way, all our staff, not all our staff members, except about 60 to 80 staff members, all of them are working remotely. They are working at home, and that works. There are 30, 40 staff members who are working in the office daily, and another 30, 40 who are rolling over so that everybody has the chance to get into her or his office and table to get some paperwork and then return. So Rotary International is working, I think, more effective than before the pandemic.
Indeed, sir, you have shown us the positivity of the pandemic. The second question is RI supporting COVID-19 vaccine development in any manner?
You know, the answer is no. And you know why? Our Rotary Foundation is simply too poor. Large companies, so many governments in this world, they are putting billions of dollar or euro into this program. So for us here in the development of a vaccine, there's not a lot to do for Rotarians. But if it comes to vaccinate people, because Rotary started 40 years ago these and Polio Now initiative, because of that, there is all over Africa, all over your country, all over Southeast Asia, everywhere is a structure, the logistic to vaccinate people immediately. And this is something what we can be proud of. And I'm totally sure if there is a vaccine, what works, of course, and if we start vaccinate people all over the world. So Rotarians will be one of the front runners here and showing what we are able to do and what we can do. I think we will do that. And I can tell you in Evanston, they are already planning a public image campaign if it comes to vaccinations in nearly everywhere. So let people know that Rotary is here helping.
Sir, are you a mind reader? You answered my next question already.
Okay, thank you. Yes, but this is important right now. That's.
So that was the next question I was going to ask, whether we are going to be a part of the distribution network or not, and you answered.
Yeah, I think so.
Sir, it's an honor for us that you are addressing this conclave. Thank you very much for that. I think my questions are over. I would like the host to pass on to the next president, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ravi sir. Holger sir, if you have a few more minutes, we have just a couple more questions. I know you're the busiest man in Rotary this year. So if you could just spare a few more minutes, we have a couple of questions from the Rotary Club of Thane Midtown. Can I have the representative of the Rotary Club of Thane Midtown address Holger Knaack, sir? Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, you will have to make my video also on.
Yes, sir, the tech team is on it. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, RI President Holger. We wanted to ask, what are the top 3 thrust areas or the projects that you want district to focus on in this situation?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that question. I think it's critical important that we have everybody on board. It starts with our own club members in difficult times of the pandemic. It starts really with having everybody on board. So I would really like to ask all clubs in the districts or clubs to make sure that all members are able to join these virtual meetings. And in my part of the world where we have so many old members, I'm asking them, please look at your old members. If you are not able to go in person to them, please take your phone, call them, tell them how they can be part of a Rotary Club meeting, even a virtual meeting. I'm asking all districts to make sure that all Rotary clubs are on board. This is so important. I think that's number one. That's so important. We know it works. We can connect through Zoom, sometimes better than without Zoom. So being with you today wouldn't impossible if there wasn't this pandemic right now. So this so many opportunities through the pandemic. So let's make sure that all clubs, all districts, all members are participating in this meetings. I think this is number one. That's the most important thing. Do whatever you do to do service, even if it's more difficult than before. But there are so many great examples that service is possible, also in times of strong lockdown, but also in times of these where things are going smoother in many parts of the world right now. So these things. And then next point is don't stop gaining members. It's also possible to have new members. It's also possible in these times to create new Rotary clubs. That's also possible. Let people know, join our Zoom meeting. It's easy. Sometimes it's more interesting than just looking every evening television. So, hey, go switch your television off, join our Rotary Club, and you will see how many interesting people are with us. And the last point is we have to go for fundraisers even in these times. The Rotary Foundation spends so much money on polio, of course, but also on the COVID response fund this year, so that we are really, yes, I think we are afraid that we are running very early out of money for global grants this year. And so what I'm asking all Rotarians, hey, please keep on going, look for contributions. I think that's important. So that's many points I gave you what is important now for districts, but that doesn't change at least. So the old things, so let's go on doing what we are doing, but let's try to do it a little bit more different to older times. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you very much for your precise and crisp reply. We just wanted to tell you one thing, that in this pandemic situation, we did one project, which is All India chess competition. It's online virtual environment, which has given us a big Rotary as such, has given a big public image, public relationship, close to around 1,200 people across 23 states have joined this project and the event, which has really has well appreciated. BM Shivrajji was also present as for the opening ceremony. Actually, next time, whenever it is there, I think we would like to invite you too for such an event, because it was a great event. And thank you so much. Very much.
Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. Thank you so much. Sir, we have two more questions, and I request both the Rotary presidents of the clubs to, because time is pressing, and Holger sir had given us his time, so we'll stick to the agenda. Can we have a representative from the Rotary Club of Thane East? Do we have a representative from the Rotary Club of Thane East?
Kolekar is there.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I want to ask one question, that we are executing one global grant, and we want to again where to do for this year one global grant. Can you do
it? This is a question I simply cannot answer. That's a question to the Rotary Foundation. I have no idea if it's already approved, and if it's not approved. I know that there are many global grants are rolling over from last year. So I cannot give you an exact answer for that. So I think to get an answer, simply go to the phone, call the administrator in Evanston of the Rotary Foundation. I think he or she will give you the exact answer. I try always to give honest answers, but here I can answer that.
No, President, we will look into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will look into that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And the last question coming from the representative from the Rotary Club of Dombivli Midtown. Do we have the representative from Dombivli Midtown?
President Kailash?
He was in the meeting.
He was in the meeting.
Yes. Unfortunately, if he has dropped out, Holger sir, I think the last question I think I would put forward to you is, as the DRR elect, and hopefully I get to see you in the coming assembly in a few months, as the DRR-elect, this is a question that I put forward to you as a visionary for Rotaract, and being instrumental in setting up the Rotaract's new procedures, including the RI dues that's coming in and all of that. So, what is your vision in bridging this gap between Rotary and Rotaract by removing the upper age limit, by opening dual membership? What is your vision for the movement altogether?
Thank you for that question. So how many time do we have? I can easily spend 2 hours of this answering this question here. That's not. Let me first start. It's probably a bit longer answer. But first of all, I think what I really love that we changed our decisions a little bit. That's really a change in Rotary. In older times, when we make a really important decision like bringing Rotaractors into our organization as part of our organization. So we would run a pilot, and this takes probably 6 years or longer. Right now, we made this decision on the spot at the COL that Rotaractors and Rotaract clubs become members of our organization immediately. Without knowing all the follow-up things about how we embedded this in our administration, how we do this. All this is still under construction. So we started with what I'm really proud of, inviting Rotaractors to the assembly. So the second time, the third time should be next year. But all of you know, I think there's no chance that we can meet in person at the International Assembly. That's a pity for all the governors-elect not having this opportunity. We try to do something in Taipei, but to be very honest, nobody knows if we are able to do the convention in Taipei. If there is not a vaccine, I think it's impossible to bring 40,000 people from all over the world together, mingling and then sending them out again. I can't believe it, but we are always hoping. So, and then right now there are so many Rotaractors on our committees, on 6 committees already. Of course, the Rotaract Interact Committee, that's obviously, but also on the Strategic Planning Committee, on the Membership Committee, on the Shaping Rotary's Future Committee, and on the Board of Directors. So we are really having always Rotaractors in our Board of Director meetings, and he or she are always able to speak, are invited to speak. The only thing they are not able to vote with the directors. But you know, I think this is just the start. I'm expecting in a couple of years that also Rotaractors have a voice, not just a voice, but also a vote at our Board of Directors. So access to my Rotary is now it's done nearly, but there's something to improve. Rotaractors are able to apply for global grants, and that's new from next year on. The only requirement is that you have done already a global grant together with your sponsor club. So in the future, you can do this by your own. So there are many things going on right now, but there is no solution right now how Rotaract clubs, Rotaractors are embedded in the administration of the district or the zones. There is still just a Rotaract representative, but there's it's just part of the governor's team. There will be some change. I have no idea how this change will look like, but I can tell you we are working on in this committee, what is called Shaping Rotary's Future. In this committee, many people are working on a new structure in Rotary on the volunteer side. There will be some great changes. Not today, not tomorrow. I think we will apply for a pilot here. We need a pilot to test that at the next Council on Legislation in 2022. And here we will see how we can create a new volunteer structure in Rotary. I think with this, there is a good place to build in Rotaract as part of organization into this structure. I think that's one of the reasons why we are not having a totally new structure in districts right now. It's, by the way, also difficult. It's difficult because also Rotaract is everywhere different. We have, in your country, there are many university-based Rotaract clubs. That means that many Rotaractors are leaving their club with 24 probably. I would love to ask Rotaractors here to create new community-based Rotaract clubs. In my country, for example, there are there's not a single university-based club. All of the Rotaract clubs are community-based. So, and they are stay till sometimes 35. So there is a very smooth transition then to Rotary. That's also different. To your last question, or including this about the upper age limit. The idea here is very simple. You know, I rely on Rotaract. I see Rotaractors as Rotarians on one level, and Rotaractors don't need the board of directors to tell them when they have to leave the Rotaract club. Leaving your club means always leaving your friends. I think that's a terrible thing. When I was asking, but I said, university-based Rotaractors, when they are leaving university, please go and create your own new Rotaract club then with 25. And sometimes I heard, you know what? It's a lot of work. And when we are leaving university and coming into a job and having a new family, and then creating and building a new Rotaract club, that's a lot of work. And then after 5 years or 4 years, you have to leave the club. So that's one of the reasons why we think there is no need that we have to tell Rotaractors when they are going to leave their club. I think we shouldn't be afraid. So the Rotarians shouldn't be afraid that there is too much competition. And we shouldn't be afraid that there will be a Rotaract club with 70 and 80-year-old Rotaractors. So, and I'm asking Rotaract clubs to look for their own upper age limits. And I see 3 upper age limits. One, when Rotaractors should leave the club, but it's up to the Rotaract club. If it's 33, 34, 35, whatever. I'm sure that they want to stay a young organization. So I don't think that Rotaractors are looking for new members of 70 years old. So that's why I think I really suggest an upper age limit for new members. So, but this is different from Rotaract club to Rotaract club. And third, I suggest an upper age limit for your club board of directors, for your leadership. So they should be younger. So 3 upper age limits, to decide it by each Rotaract club. Membership at all, new members, and for the leadership, for the board of directors. So these are 3 things. And with this, I think you can make sure that you stay a young organization in Rotary. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Holger, sir. AKS PDG, Rotarian Shivraj, sir, if you would want to paraphrase and summarize the entire conversation that we've had with Holger, sir, and thank you for his presence, sir. It would be our honor. Yeah.
President Holger, you have really given the clear-cut guideline how Rotaractors are very important and how they are part of the Rotary movement and how they are part of the designing the future of Rotary. It is an outstanding. I mean, hearing from the head of the whole Rotary International President directly by the Rotaractors is really a great gift to all of us. And I think it is your initiation is given a huge opening for Rotaractor to be part of the Rotary and to take it in the future of Rotary. Thank you so much, President. Thank you so much.
I thank you, and allow me a last comment.
Yep.
If we are really with our organization want to look into the future, and that's what we want, everybody. So please allow Rotaractors to express their vision, their idea of Rotary, because we need young input. We need this for a bright future. So that's why we need the input of Rotaractors and of course young Rotarians, because they know much better than you and I. We are not the youngest one right now. They know much better how to prepare Rotary for I think definitely for a bright future. Thank you very much giving me the opportunity to be with you. All the best, and please stay healthy. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So as you're aware, all the funds collected today are going to help the underprivileged suffering from cancer, and it is our honor to make a donation on your name to this noble cause. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time. And truly, there are over 2,000 people on this watching this, and I'm sure that they would be equally enlightened. Thank you so much, sir.